It's been a bit, and I've heard that some people are excited. Well, at least I heard that. Um, I think it's Greg. Yeah, Greg, who I was probably you might have heard about before. You know the guy who was like trying to possibly help me get my games out there. He said that he was looking forward to seeing part one, so I'm sure he's looking forward to seeing part two, which we're doing right now. So here we go. Tetris Forever, part two. Before we get too far in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe, I mean, if you want to see more videos like this. And I hope you're excited, because I sure am. I'm really curious to see how far we can get today. I'm hoping we can get through chapter 2 and at least halfway through chapter 3. I'll try my best, but I'm hoping this video will be no longer than an hour and a half. Yeah, with that done, we did VR, Mob Factory, Tetris now, Netflix, and then I think it will be Temetsi because, man, I miss Temetsi. And then we still gotta do Lego, Rabbids, Bart Bonte. Actually, yeah, we could leave that one for the end. I think we already did that, so we're getting the list pretty done pretty quickly. Pretty good progress. Maybe we should think about backup videos and start thinking about like other different games we can do. I don't know. Shall we continue? Where were we? Okay. So it's the okay. So we left off here. It's the white that we read through. The black is unread. It is technically strategy, so feel free to grab your water and sit down and get comfy. There's going to be a lot of reading today. And man, my throat is still sore, so this is gonna either go one of two ways. Alright, here we go. Tetris goes to Japan. Hank Rogers was disappointed that he couldn't get all the Tetris rights he wanted, but he did get the rights to create versions of Tetris for Japanese computers. Since Tengen was only planning on releasing its home version of Tetris for the NES in the United States, Hank was able to get Atari to grant him the rights to produce a version of Famicom in Japan.
I had already started developing on all 8 different personal computers. They were all not compatible, and on Nintendo, on the family computer or the NES. Tengen, okay, Tengen. I know the guy who I can deal with at Tengen. His name is Randy Brolite. He sends me a fax and he says, "Sorry, but we've made a decision. We can't license it to you." And like, what? And Atari Games was owned, let's see, it was 46% by an American company, 46% by Namco, and 8% by the people running the company. So I thought, well, maybe Namco decided that they're going to publish it. But Namco had a policy. They never published anybody else's software. They only ever published their own games. I remember being at a trade show, and I ran into Iwatani. Iwatani is the creator of Pac-Man. And so I go, "Mr. Iwatani, what do you think of Tetris?" And he drew a blank. He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Oh, never mind." If Namco was going to be publishing Tetris, and if they were looking at it, he would know. And so the fact that he didn't know meant that Namco had no eyes on Tetris. I said to my team, look, I'm getting on a plane. I'm going to there in San Jose. I'm going to San Francisco. I'm not coming back till I have these rights. I got a meeting. Remember the table with...
He said Iwatani, right? That's how you pronounce it?
I was explaining that...
I'm just curious, because like, I just watched Pixels. You know, the game about arcaders battling old school video games? It was a great movie. It's great to see that on Netflix again. And he was one of the stars in the movie because he was the creator of Pac-Man. Pac-Man was one of the games they did in the game, in the movie, so... That's not how I thought they said it, though. I think I missed some stuff talking about that. See, this is why I was trying to be quiet. But something just popped in my head. I'm like, oh, Iwatani, the career of Pac-Man. That guy's awesome. Seriously, we all owe him so much. He's done so much great stuff for us. Anyway, Tetris. BPS. On November 18, 1988, BPS released versions of Tetris for 8 different Japanese computer formats. That's a lot. Including the PC-88, MSX2, X80-2000, and others. The packaging was similar to what Spectrum Holobyte had used for the US versions, with a red and yellow hammer and sickle design remnant of the Soviet flag. Cool. Cool. Single down, triple Tetris. Is that... Oh yeah, I've been reading those. BPS's version of Tetris had some unique features. The player had 3 lives. Nah, that's a good one from Pixels 2. 1 quarter, 3 lives. I don't have a quarter with me, but... 1 quarter, 3 lives. It's a game token. It was given to me by a friend, and I've never lost it since. In fact, I use it as like my lucky coin to flip in the air and decide heads or tails. And that usually decides my fate for what I would buy and not buy. Nowadays, it's you guys who tell me what to buy and not buy. It would be nice if you would actually respond half the time. But I get it. People are shy. I used to be really shy. And then I was like, let's just do this one day. Now I've been the most talkative that I've ever been in my life. And I've been so out there in the internet that I'm starting to understand all these wild crazes and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, 3 lives. And lost 1 every time the well filled up with pieces. But the most impactful innovation was the creation of the signature Tetris line clear, scoring more points for clearing 4 lines at once with the I Tetramino. This changed the way players approach the game by intensively them to create a well that an I Tetramino would fit into. I myself never didn't play that much Tetris to actually think of that technique ever. It was more like, I want to clear 2 lines, then I want to clear this line. I don't want to have the chance of not getting that piece, so I just keep building it, and then whenever I can find a place to just clear a line, or just 3 or whatever, I just do it. I'm not that strategic with it.
We've invited everybody in here today for the grand showing of the original Tetris as Alexei programmed it. The machine is an Electronica 60, and Alex came up with the idea to program Tetris, and he thought about it for 10 days.
All the glitches.
For about 4 days, and this is the result of his effort. So Alexei,
I'm still on level 5, and I could increase the speed on the fly.
oh really?
Yes.
I did that by accident the other day. How does that work?
Yeah, you just push the 4 button, and now there we go. We are on the level 6.
Oh, I see. It's a one-way thing.
Exactly.
See?
My scoring system was was a little bit complicated.
I had invented some new additions to Tetris.
One contribution that Hank
Ooh.
made that most people don't know about was the single, double, triple Tetris. The idea of clearing 4 lines at a time, and that gives you the highest score. Like that was Hank.
It's an idea a lot of people have been reusing. It made memes about
Tetris,
too.
There is no points awarded for clearing a line. The only points that you get in the original Tetris is for allowing a new piece to appear in the playfield. And the way the scoring works is you get 24 points for allowing a piece to appear in the playfield. Every time it falls one row, then you lose 1 point. So the quicker you hard drop it into its final position, the more points you save. And Alexei charges you a 5-point tax for peeking at the next piece. So instead of getting 24 points, you only get 19 points if the next piece is showing.
No можно так. Now you see the next piece is shown just in the middle of the screen. I mean, of height-wise.
Do you like that idea though?
Rewarding the player? Yeah, actually, it's more natural. That's what people expect.
Yeah.
No, when I wrote the game, I think just about my own common sense. But if you build a game for people to play, you need to respond what they expect out of the game, and it's quite natural to get extra credit for cleaning lines and other stuff. So basically, it's much better idea.
Huh. Oh, this one's going far deep down. BPS Tetris magazine ad. Oh, look at that. In Japan, the first Tetris ad from BPS told players that they were missing out on a game that had already taken over Europe and America. Japan, it said, was the next on the list of countries that would discover the fun of Tetris. Huh. This one panel has a lot of different slides all the way down. The pain is pleasure. Hank Rogers himself stars in the Japanese Tetris advertisement, gnawing at a Tetris minnow in apparent frustration. The text of the ad states that the frustration players feel when playing the game eventually adds up to a feeling of enjoyment. That's true. Like, we get so angry while we're playing the game, but then we get so joyed whenever we see that line clear. Makes sense. MSX ROM cartridge ad. While a version of Tetris MSX computers was released on floppy disk, alongside the other versions on November 18, 1988, the platform also supported games on cartridge. This advertisement from the September 1998 issue of Japan Game Magazine let players know what a ROM cartridge version of Tetris would be released on August 25, 1989 of MSX. Cool. You know, I'm pretty sure there are Tetris-styled candies, too. Tetris Saga Arcade. Saga? No, Sega. Sega worked with Tetris? That's sick! In early December 1988, Sega released an arcade version of Tetris in Japan. This was the first version of Tetris to explode in popularity in Japan. And various gameplay tweaks that Sega's designers created for this version are still in use today. Let me see it.
I used to play Tetris in arcade. That was Sega arcade.
Whoa.
And before I joined the Sega, I was a teenager. And, the Japanese Game Center That was a very exciting place. Two people sat facing each other in a table type cabinet, and it was coins stacked on the table like that.
Oh, I remember that.
And I wasn't a good player, but I watched the super plays, by the great players, many great players in Japan, and there was always a huge crowd around the Tetris table. Tetris was like very intellectual battle type of game. It's very quiet and silence, and very high tension, and everybody watching just blocks. I think Tetris is the first game. It's very great to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tetris is very minimal, simple game. No decoration, just very simple patterns of shapes. Everybody go into a deep dive into the zone states kind of feel. I love that. I love that feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. Man, I can't believe Sega used to work with Tetris. That's crazy. Like, they're the creations of Sonic, so if that doesn't get your gut pumping and your heart blowing, then nothing will. Like, they're incredible. It's amazing. I wish I was around more in those times with arcades where they start stacking coins. Like, when I said I remember that, it was more like the fact that I know of people doing that. I don't think I've ever seen much of it myself, but I think it might happen a few times in a few arcades where I saw people doing that. I'm like, okay. But it's more of like watching movies like Wreck-It Ralph, where you just remember like the guys like piling up all their quarters on the machine, just being like, I want to play this game next. I want to play this game next. I want to play this game next. We don't do much of that today. I still like the arcade though. It's a lot of fun. It's just that it's like when we could choose between like playing a arcade game like Pac-Man or just like going to the arcade today. Well, for me, I already made my choice. I already made it very clear. I got that, and then I got like a few classics download on the Xbox, so yeah, it's not that I don't like the arcade. It's just that going somewhere to spend like a quarter on like every life trying to get the high score is tedious in comparison to a machine that I can spend like 20 bucks on, get a few games, and then just relax at home for endless hours and try and get the best high score that I can get. I'm sure it's probably different for a lot of people though. Whoa. Tetris Arcade Flyer. The flyer of Sega's arcade version. Oh! Sorry. Let me just... I think that makes a great thumbnail right there. I don't know what happened. I've been coughing. Sorry. I don't know what happened. Like I apologize for the 1,000,000th fucking time. I don't know what happened. I have not been coughing all day until just now. I don't know why. That's why I've been telling you this would go one of two ways. And obviously, like, the coughing is something that most people probably don't want to see, which is another reason why I stopped making videos for, like, 4 days straight. I am so sorry. Ugh. Ugh. It's the sound of me dying. I'm dying right now in front of your faces. Right now, I'm dying right now. There goes our breath of oxygen. Gone. My spirit sliced in twain. What's this poster look like anyway? It's a cool poster. You know, this game had an update today. I don't know why, but it did. So, I don't know, just something to know, I guess. I don't know why it had an update. Excuse me, not in the slice knowledge. Yeah. Anyway, Tetris Famicom. On December 22, 1988. Dying! And you people are watching this, how can you? But on December 22, 1988, BPS released Tetris for the Famicom. You know, I need to say now, Lungs, if you start working again, I would love to continue reading and sharing the audience with the knowledge that is the Tetris. I did not come here so you could cough in the mic for 30 fucking minutes and make me look like I'm sick. I'm fine. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. And I would have just showed you the 2 backup videos I already made, but you will not see them, and you will not know of what they are unless you do a few things. You ask. And I say yes. But until then, you get nothing. But who knows, maybe if I made like 20 videos, because if someone voted for like the 14, then I don't know why people right now are like voting 1 to 3 backup vids. Guys, you do realize that means I only have 1 to 3 videos of backup in total that you want me to be releasing on one. That's right, just one singular day instead of 14, where I can make 2 every day that I'm not available. But if you'd rather have 1 to 3 for one day that I'm not going to be available, and then have it so that I could just immediately the next day hopefully make enough more videos just to back them back up, then that's fine. Just know you're choosing, you're not choosing a lot there. I don't know why. But you're choosing, you'd rather me take some time for myself rather than help you and make more backup vids. Which is obviously something that I really don't really care about doing at this point. So please vote 14 so I can make more videos and have more excuses to play games. I literally don't play games anymore without putting on the fucking camera. So please, beg me to make more videos so I have excuses to play more video games. Please. And as for the Tetris Famicom, on 22nd of December 1888, BPS released Tetris for the Famicom. It was designed similarly to BPS's computer versions, with their 3 lives, you know, a quarter, whatever, and stages that cleared after a certain number of lines were reached. This was the first home console version of Tetris to be released anywhere. And now, we are going to play it. This version of the game used an early control scheme. Huh. There it is. Dude, I did not think we would hear that so soon. Remember when I was humming that tune at the first video? Oh, that's awesome. That is not me. Sorry. I apologize again. Hold on. What is wrong with me today? I'm just coughing up diseases. No. Uh-oh. Whoops, wrong button. Ooh. Okay, what the heck is with all the elbow? Uh-oh. Oh, finally! God damn it, really? And that's why you don't rely on the eyepiece. Crap! The cough made me press the button. How many people can say that? Hmm. You've gotta be kidding me. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Phew. That's a nice sound effect, don't you think? Oh dear. Oh crap. Wrong button, wrong button! Ooh, that's a cool line clear. Sorry. Ugh. Ooh, that was a good one. Oh! Oh, yeah! Did you see that? I'm just judge that last one. Sorry. Ooh, yeah. Let's take a little break, shall we? A little commercial break. And this is why I wanted to get better. Phew! Phew! Oh man. Okay, you know what? We gotta stop. Can I save this game, though? I definitely want to return to this. This was fun. So much fun. Alright, continuing. 'Tis the season for Tetris. The first ad for the Famicom version of Tetris put a Christmas spin on things. With Tetraminos falling from the sky like snowflakes. That's cool. I like that. That's clever. Okay. A sales disappointment. Wait, what? Retailers had only placed 40,000 orders for the Famicom's version. And Hank Rogers once again went to Nintendo for help. As Hank recalls it, Nintendo's president asked his top game designer, Shigeru Miyamoto, if Tetris was a good name. Excuse me? Yes, said Miyamoto, because everybody in the company is staying late to play it. Nintendo agreed to provide marketing support, and BPS eventually sold 2 million copies of Tetris. Why is it disappointing,
So
then?
I send my guys out to get initial orders for Tetris, and they came back and said we got 40,000 units, and 40,000 is not enough, because in order for you to get a repeat order, you have to sell through at least 200,000 copies. And so I made a meeting with you, Mr. Yamauchi, again. So, Mr. Yamauchi, I think I have one of the greatest games in the history of computer games. And my guy, I don't know whether it's my marketing that sucks or whether my sales guys suck. I don't know. But we've only been able to get 40,000 units. Well, he calls in Miyamoto. Miyamoto's the guy who made Mario and Zelda and everything. Called him
Wow.
Miyamoto, is this a great game? And Miyamoto says, yes. And wow. So, and how do you know? It says, because your secretaries and accountants are playing at lunch and after work. And then he calls in Imanishi. He's the number 2. He goes, Imanishi, I want you to put Nintendo's seal of approval on this game. I was like, whoa, that's like the seal of good housekeeping.
Yeah.
And I want you to call every distributor and tell them to order more. I was like, wow, this is some serious action that's going on here. I remember there was a moment when Yamauchi actually thought, he could buy Tetris from me and then let Nintendo publish it. And he said, you'll make much more money if you let me publish Tetris and I'll pay you royalties. And I said, that may be true, but Tetris is my game. The only way that I would give you Tetris is if you would give me Mario. Okay, you got the point. So thank you very much. Go back to Yokohama. Mr. Imanishi calls me back the next day and says, please, please, please don't make me put the seal of approval on the game, because if I do, then every other company is going to want a seal of approval, and then I have to set up a whole department figuring out which games have get the seal of approval or not, and then it's just going to be a huge headache. So, but I'll call every distributor for you and make them order more. Okay, I thought, well, shoot, as long as I get the orders, I'm fine. So he calls distributors, and we got another 30,000, which is like, oh, come on, So Christmas comes, the distribution has puts our games in all the stores, and it's not selling through. Nobody knows what Tetris is. It's not a game that you can look at an ad and say, oh, I want to play that game. No, you have to play Tetris. And so distributors then, the stores started panicking. The distributors started dumping. Dumping means selling below their cost. I got my guys calling everybody, said, do not dump your software. This is a different pattern from every other game. People have to play the game before they can want to. It'll take off, but it takes off slower. Well, end of January, every place was sold out, and every place was clamoring for more. beginning of February, we got orders for 200,000 units. Where am I going to get the money for 200,000 units? Because at that time, the way that it worked is you had to pay Nintendo cash up front. Then basically they go into manufacturing. 2 months later, you get your delivery, it goes into the store. Then you get paid back. So it's 2.5 months before you get your money back. $2.5 million, $2 million, $10 or 1,000 yen a cartridge. And so I went to the bank, and the bank says, where's your collateral for $2 million? And finally, I convinced my wife to convince her family, her father. Basically, they put up all of their real estate, all of it. And so we managed to hang on.
The family game. Now that Tetris was a game, was on a game console in the living room, it could be more of a game for the whole family, and kids could even beat their parents at it. This January 1989 advertisement features Hank Rogers alongside his real-life son, Michael. Cool. I wonder if that actually happened, though, like, his son beat him. Tetris makes its counterattack. Stop it with the coughing! I'm dying here and I'm killing my audience. Excuse me. I'm gassy too. This is not a good day for me. Not a good day. On February 1989, advertisement for the Famicom versions continues. Stop! Nope, I felt it again. I felt it, and I immediately stopped. Just give me a minute. I apologize for the delays. As February 1989 advertisement for the Famicom version continues, the Tetris for Kids showing a young boy in his bedroom being buried in Tetra minnows. It can certainly feel that way sometimes. Whoa, what the? Tengen Goes Rogue, the Tetris story took a dramatic twist. In December 1988, the game publisher Tengen was set to release Tetris with Nintendo's approval for the NES in the US, but it made the surprising announcement that it would cease doing business with Nintendo and would release Tetris without Nintendo's approval. A new challenger approaches. Spectrum, Holobyte, Mirrorsoft, and BPS were already making lots of money off Tetris, but the story was not over. Nintendo was about to enter the fray, and it would change Tetris forever. Tetris Mania. Business is war. Well, the rights to Tetris seem to be all sewn up. A new type of game machine. Was about to be released, and everyone was desperate to land the handheld Tetris rights. Oh, so this is when the... Is that Nintendo 64? I think that's what it is, right? Nintendo 64? No, that's the NES. Right? Nintendo Mania. Nintendo launched its Famicom console in the US as a... Stop! Sorry! Ugh. I've been trying this whole video to be cool with it, but it's driving me nuts. Nintendo launched Famicom's console on the United States as the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. In 1988, Nintendo Mania was in full swing. Nintendo has sold 10 million NES consoles and captured over 80% of the gaming market. NES was not just the hottest thing in video games, but across the entire toy industry. That's very true. They were very popular a long time ago. In fact, we were making Lego sets nowadays about these things. I can't keep going on, guys. Okay, I really want to get more done. But I can't keep talking right now. I gotta take a bit of a breather. So that's gonna do it today. Hopefully next time we'll be able to finish Tetris Mania and I will be feeling much better than whatever crap I'm in today. And with that said, we gotta leave. Ugh. This was only an hour, but I don't know. Yeah, I told everyone, like, all that time ago I was sick, and then I appreciate all you keeping up the support and staying here, and now we're back to making videos, but I mean, it's been nice. Trust me, it's been really nice. But today, just recently, this was awful. I gotta leave Tetris Forever later until I'm like way better. So probably won't see it again until at least end of the week. And I have no sore throat and my voice feels normal again. So I apologize for everyone who watched this video and was really, really atrocious by what happened, but I can't go on. So, feel free to click any of these time cards, and I will see you in the next video. I believe, that should be Tetris Forever. That over there somewhere is a playlist of playlists. Sub right here. And then right there is a video that's recommended for you by YouTube itself. Peace out, gamers. I will not cough. See you around. And, pray for me. Fuck, did it again.